For the two-hand rocket, you're going to lock your elbows in. You're going to be on hydraulics in the hinge position. So without the club from the side, you're sitting your butt back and down, abs are tight, chest above your hips. As you pull the club back, your hips raise up, knees straighten a little bit to make room for the club. As you sit back and down, you pull the club behind you, lift, club comes out. So each time I'm pulling back and down, butt towards the corner of the room as I go to each position. So the knees and hips bend together. I'm keeping the chest up. I'm not letting my shoulders dive down below my hips, keeping my knees straight. So with the club, I'm going to start with the out in front. I'm going to drive my hips back. Then I'm going to lift, pulling in tight. It's okay if you see your shoulders forward here. Just make sure the back isn't round. So the chest is still fighting up. The lats are squeezing tight, but the shoulders will have to be a little bit forward to make room for the club. When I go behind, I'm sitting my butt back and down again. Lift up, back and front. So each time, lifting up. The club doesn't need to move very far here to make it effective. I have a longer club, so mine's going to touch the ground. If that's a problem for you, make sure you put a yoga mat down or something if your club is made of steel and doesn't have the rubber end on it so it doesn't damage the floor. Big focus is on that constant hip and knee break, creating tension in the hamstrings, glutes, and the quads. Big focus on the glutes here. It's easy to burn your quads out on these, so make sure that you're not letting your hips tuck under you. They're always driving back towards the corner of the room. Start with my hips back, locking the elbows, up, knees straight, sitting back and down. So each position, driving my hips back, letting those knees come forward to bend. And once you have the rhythm, keeping those elbows locked, finding that hydraulic where you're sitting your butt back and down, finding that nice up and down motion from the legs. Make sure you go slow enough that you can keep up with the club. You know exactly where it's going. You need to pause at each position. Perfectly fine. Create your tension. Keep your lats tight the whole way through.